to be another war, another loose end to snip. Snowfall.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 4, Episode 9. This is the recap. You guys, this episode was straight up fire. Check out my quick thoughts, early impression video that I dropped a few hours back, man, because we had to talk about it, because like I told you guys, the episode was straight up fire. This episode alone could have been the season finale, but we're definitely going to talk about this episode. I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know. I got a feeling that episode 10 is about to get very, very crazy. Each and every episode is getting better and better. And now I'm just like, man, what's going to happen next? What will be the new storylines that we're going to be getting in season 5? But let's begin. What did we see in episode 9, titled Sleeping Dogs? The episode begins off with your girl T explaining her side of the story about how, Manboy came to her, made a deal, offering her all this money to pretty much get the plug from Franklin Saint, in that, once she started hanging around Franklin, she told him she don't really want to do it, but he threatened her brother. They beat him down, and she's pretty much just forced to do what she's doing right now. Of course, Franklin Saint is pissed off. He said she should have came to him, which she should have, right? But she said she was pretty much scared because of how the way Franklin Saint has been acting in the past, and he doesn't really show all this mercy and stuff like that. And of course, he has to go and have a conversation with Uncle Jerome. Uncle Jerome is pissed off. He wants to get payback for what happened to Aunt Louie. It's like a switch that just hit in this episode. Uncle Jerome is not playing around, y'all. And of course, Franklin Saint tells him, look, Tanasi has been working with Manboy. You know what I'm saying? Manboy's waiting on you to come. They're going to kill all you if y'all go. It's just not smart. Don't do it. And Uncle Jerome, man, he's like, I'm going. Franklin Saint and Uncle Jerome in this scene right here is probably one of the best scenes I've seen in Snowfall, because the chemistry, Franklin Saint's love for his uncle, he was willing to, get into a fight, to do whatever he had to do to stop his uncle from going out there, getting himself taken out by Manboy. And if he had to take a beat down and get in a fight with his uncle, that's exactly what he was willing to do. And Uncle Jerome understood that. He's like, man, all right, you stubborn. Like, okay, we ain't going to do it tonight. So, of course, I had a feeling that he was going to get him to stand down and, come up with another game plan. But Uncle Jerome in this episode was on one. He was not playing around at all. We call him Killer Jerome because in this episode, he wasn't talking. He was straight getting things done. So they go back to T, and we made the predictions that, of course, Franklin Saint would use her to get back at Manboy. Now, she's calling Manboy, but you can tell the way she's talking about meeting up with the plug. She's kind of stuttering, going back on certain things. Manboy understands that this is a setup. He understands that she's not being honest with him. And this is brilliant because Franklin Saint knows Manboy. As he said, you will never be as smart as you think you are. And Franklin Saint is giving T the eye. He's not playing around. He's making sure she does not slip up and she does not mess this game plan up, as well as Uncle Jerome. Look at him. He looked like, look, if you mess this up, I will take you out. To be 100% honest, he probably didn't even want to work with T, but he's doing it because Franklin believes this is the right way. So, of course, they're going to go through with this game plan on setting Manboy up. And, what do you guys think as far as what happened with T when it was all said and done? Did Franklin Saint do the right thing by keeping her around? I guess we're going to find out, man, because he definitely showed her mercy. Now, I don't understand Irene. I guess she didn't learn her lesson, right? So, of course, in this episode, we definitely gonna be smoking on that Irene pack for sure, because she didn't want to listen. Now Alton is helping her once again. She's talking about getting out, part 2 and 3 of her article, and she's still not giving out names. Now, Irene just doesn't care. I made the video about what Irene would do. Of course, we knew based off what she's done in the past and what she's talked about, she was not going to give up, and she's going to keep challenging the CIA, and she's not going to stop. And of course, this pisses Teddy off because he's like, man, I gave this girl a chance to live. I gave her a chance to fix this, to just leave it alone. But she didn't want to do it. She wants to keep attacking. She doesn't want to let this problem just ease away. So she's going to have to pay, right? Now, Manboy, he approaches T. He knows she is lying. He confronts her. T does have a little knife on her. She's able to get a stick out of Manboy. But of course, he's going to get the upper hand on her. Outside, his boys is getting sprayed up. At first, everything was cool. They probably thought Manboy's going to go in there and handle T. But that wasn't the case because Unc out there with Peaches, and they are not playing at all. Like I said, this episode, Uncle Jerome, he went Super Saiyan. And he was not playing around. He's taking out people. Then Manboy, as soon as he thought he had T, Franklin Saint shows up. And he shows him like, look, you're not as smart as you think you are. You know what I'm saying? I know how you think. I knew you was going to come here first. Based off that conversation. And more importantly, just based off you. I know you. And of course, Manboy is running his mouth. He's talking about how soft Franklin Saint is. He's dogging out Leon. He's dogging out Uncle Jerome. Tells Franklin Saint, look at me. If you're going to take me out, look at me. I mean, he just running his mouth. I know a lot of people are pissed off that Manboy had to go. But let's just be honest, y'all. We knew Manboy wouldn't go make it eventually. I thought he was going to be able to at least make it to the season finale, but he did not make it. And Franklin Saint took him out, as soon as he started running his mouth, he's like, boom, took him out and said he always talked entirely too much. And that is true. That is the case. So, of course, Manboy is gone. And it's like, man, in the first 20 minutes, you like, wow, like, did that just happen? Manboy is really gone. We only 20 minutes in. We still have a whole lot of episode left. And we know it's about to go down. Of course, Franklin Saint tells T, look, I need you to say that he came in and attacked you and you defended yourself and you had to take him out. And he also told her to pretty much explain what happened to all those dead bodies outside. She's a good liar. She will figure it out. And he also told T that, look, I got your brother. I will protect him, but you have to make sure you continue this game plan. Did Franklin Saint do the right thing by keeping T alive? It goes to show he did have some mercy for her. And deep down inside, he really does have love for her. He understood what she did. She had to protect her brother. Now, Khadijah hears about the information about Manboy being taken out by Franklin Saint. And of course, Scully, after getting busted upside the head by Khadijah, he's telling her she got too much hate in her heart and that she needs to just stop this. It's getting taken entirely too far. But Khadijah does not want to hear it, right? She does not want to hear it. So she goes and she calls Black Diamond in Dallas and tells them, look, double the profit on Leon. Now she wants to put more money on Leon's head. Of course, we know why, because she's pissed off about what happened to Manboy. And now Aunt Louie is waking up. She's back, y'all. And she gives some good advice. She said, you know what? Maybe y'all should just offer Black Diamond and Dallas more money. Because if you do that, they will flip on Khadijah. They're all about business. They're all about money. Even though these girls just, they just shot you all up. It's all about business at the end of the day. Of course, Uncle Jerome is pissed off. He's like, what? But then again, he's like, okay, we can do this. We can roll with this. Franklin said agrees that is definitely a good plan to do because Khadijah would never see it coming, right? Now we get to Teddy. We learned that Teddy, of course, has lost his job. At least he's been demoted. He's off this case at least. And he's very pissed off. But he does tell Gustavo to watch his back. He needs to have an exit plan. As I always told you guys in my prior videos that Gustavo needs to be plotting and planning on a plan B because you never know how things are going to play out. Replaceable. Teddy mentioned how, of course, everybody's replaceable. He told Franklin Saint this. And as I told you guys, he was also talking about himself as well. He goes and he have a conversation with Ivy. And Ivy's like, look, you don't have a job anymore. How about you work with me? Teddy told him he'll think about it. And he told Ivy that he's going to be sticking around for a little bit. Ivy knows that Teddy is going to try to do something to fix this. And he tells him, look, it's probably not worth it trying to fix this problem. Just leave it alone. But we know Teddy will not leave this alone. He will try to fix the issues. Now, Wanda is used to get, intel and make a deal with Black Diamond in Dallas. She tells them that, of course, she has intel on Leon. She wants them to take out Leon, and she knows exactly where he's going to be. But we know that Wanda is just helping out Franklin Saint and Leon. She loves Leon. She ain't just about to flip on him like that. She was kind of making it believable, but as soon as they pulled up, they was asking all these questions, and then everybody came out. Now, Franklin Saint offers them a hell of a deal. Full-time work. I ain't got to be looking for people to work for. Full-time work, you're going to get paid more money than ever. And, that's going to be good for you. Uncle Jerome was like, look, y'all make the deal or you're going to die. Plain and simple. Uncle Jerome was not playing around in this episode, man. I mean, he was not fooling around. He was ready to take them out. He wanted to. He was pissed off, especially after what happened to Aunt Louie. He could probably care less about the deal, but he was willing to do whatever he had to do for business. He knows the game. Franklin Saint makes a hell of a deal with these girls, and they accept the deal. So now, all they have to do is set up your girl, Khadijah. Now, Khadijah gets the call about Leon. They tell her, look, we have him. So, of course, she is very happy. She's like, okay, let's go handle this. Let's go get Leon, and, this is going to be a great opportunity for me. She always wanted to get payback, and Scully's like, look, it's not worth it. Just leave it alone. And Scully, you can tell that he doesn't want to do this, and you can tell that he knows something bad is going to happen at the same time. But Khadijah is so eager to get revenge. She does not care about those consequences. She also told Scully, what would you do if I was taken out? Would you just not do anything? Then we get back to your boy Teddy, and he's having a conversation with thirsty Irene. As I told you guys, I don't understand Irene. How stupid can you be? You just saw what Teddy did to you in the last episode, but you're going to continue to try to talk to him. I mean, you get a few drinks in you, and now, of course, Teddy is telling her the whole story about what happened. Irene believes that she has the upper hand, that she has the story of the century. Then we get back to Khadijah. She realizes that this is a setup, and now it's a little bit too late, right? It's too late. Now, Leon actually tells her, look, he's here to apologize. And that's exactly what he does. Khadijah does not want to hear any of that. She tells him, look, I don't care about that. I'm going to continue to come at you no matter what. You can say what you want to say. I won't stop. And it's just sad, man, because deep down inside, Leon does really feel bad about this. He wants this all to end. Taking out that kid has really got to him. And you can tell his whole demeanor is different from the beginning of the season. I mean, it has changed Leon, man. And I don't think it's over for this new change in Leon's character. Now, of course, Uncle Jerome does not want to hear that. I mean, you couldn't even blink and Uncle Jerome has taken out Khadijah. I mean, I blinked. I'm like, damn, Khadijah is shot. She's gone already. Uncle Jerome was not playing around, y'all. As I told y'all, when you touch Aunt Louie, bad things happen. And he was not playing around. Now, Leon, he's looking at Khadijah's body, feeling very horrible about what happened. But at the end of the day, it is business. This is the game. And this is what happens when you're this deep in the game. Khadijah is no longer here. I know a lot of people liked her character, but we knew eventually her time would come. So now she can just go kick it with Spencer and of course Jordan and All-American and have a good life in All-American. But in Snowfall, we smoking on that Khadijah pack. And Uncle Jerome is looking like, for sure we smoking on that. But Uncle Jerome, you can tell he's kind of like lost. He's not the same person mentally anymore. He's trying to get things done. He's not playing around anymore. Now, let's just be honest, y'all. We knew this was going to happen. Now, Teddy, he was always going to plot and plan on Irene. He warned her. He told her, you're going to wake up this time, but the next time you won't. She was all messed up with that alcohol. You already know Teddy planned it and did this. It was all part of his plan to take out Irene. This is what I was talking about. He should have just did it in the last episode. Franklin Saint told him, you can't threaten her. You have to actually fulfill those threats. You have to, use actions against Irene. And in this episode, Teddy definitely used actions. He was not playing around anymore. He said, you know what? I'm going to finish the job this time because you have cost me, my job. Now it's going to be harder for me to fulfill my mission that I wanted to fulfill. You screwed me over. So tonight, we smoking on that Irene pack. Now we get to Alton and Sissy, and he's there. He's trying to check up on her. And of course, out of nowhere, your boy Franklin Saint popping up like Michael Jackson on Thriller. Look at him. Man look like Michael Jackson on Thriller. Looking crazy as I don't know what. Talking about, what are you doing here? He checks Alton, pretty much says, you need to get up out of here. We don't need you to check up on nobody. It's time to go. And everywhere you see Franklin Saint, you see Uncle Jerome in the background looking crazy as hell as well. Of course, his father is like, what? Like, Alton, if I was you, I'll be, getting me a plane flight, getting up out the country. You should have already been gone talking about you're here to stay. Like, are you crazy? I mean, you just don't get it, do you? Then we get to Scully. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I've been seeing what some of the people have been saying. They're saying Scully has gotten soft over the last few episodes. He has changed. He's not going to go back even after this. I'm going to tell you right now, Scully is about to turn up. Y'all want the monster? Well, you're going to get him. Trust me. They have pissed off the wrong person. He will be back. And I'm telling you right now, I predict he will be worse than ever because he has nothing to lose right now. Then Teddy pops up at the hospital. And of course, Irene getting into that fatal accident is all over the news. They start talking about what happened to Irene, but Teddy doesn't want to talk about it. All they're talking about is Irene is no longer a problem. And of course, Sissy is looking at them because she knows something is up. And she can tell that, of course, Teddy probably has something to do with Irene because she's watching it on the news. And Teddy tells Franklin Saint, well, okay, Irene is out the picture, but what are we going to do about your father? Because I'm tired of talking. I told you guys in my prior videos that if Franklin doesn't put a muzzle on his dad, if he doesn't do what he needs to do to stop his father from talking or helping out Irene, then Teddy's going to get the job done. He's not going to sit around and wait for Franklin Saint to get the job done. He will get the job done. And at the end of the episode, you can see Alton trying to run. Well, it's a little bit too late. You should have got up out of there the first time. You wanted to sit around. You thought that you was good. No, you should have just left. I don't understand why you are sitting around. Does not make sense to me. But in this next episode, it's about to go down. I'm going to tell you that right now. I will be dropping the what to expect for you guys later in the day because we have to talk about it because it seems like it's going to be Franklin Saint versus Teddy. And the crazy part is Franklin's father has always told him this since day one, that you cannot trust Teddy. He works for the government and he is very, very dangerous. In the preview, we can even hear Franklin saying, hell, I'm scared of Teddy. This guy is a trained killer. I don't know what he's capable of doing. He can pop up at any given time. He is very dangerous. And since Franklin Saint is hesitating, he's thinking about saving his father. It seems like, he's going to give his father one more chance. And of course, Teddy is not having that. He's like, look, Since you don't want to get the job done, I'm going to get it done. So that means that Franklin Saint is going to have another choice. Will he go up against Teddy? You know what I'm saying? Will he, fight Teddy, get the job done? I know the episode is called Flight or Fight. Well, Franklin's going to have to fight. It's no time to be sitting around anymore. Hopefully, you can figure out something. And I always told you guys that Franklin Saint needs a plan B, because if this thing with Teddy does not work out, it's not going to end well. I got a feeling at the end of episode 10, everybody's life is going to change dramatically. If Teddy's not in the picture, Franklin Saint working with the other guy that Teddy works with the CIA, I don't know about that. I don't know how good that connection is going to be. It won't be the same at all, especially how it used to be. It's going to definitely be a huge change coming very, very soon. But overall, man, episode 9 was solid. It was fire. It was, like I said, probably the best episode of the season. Bodies kept dropping left to right. I heard y'all talking about, we smoking on that Man-Boy pack, Khadijah pack, and of course that Irene pack tonight, man. But hey, it is what it is. Some of those predictions did come true. I will say the biggest surprise factor about the predictions was that all those characters dropped in one episode, because most of the predictions was that Man-Boy probably won't make it when it's all said and done. Khadijah probably won't make it. Irene, of course, won't make it. And I thought Irene was going to be able to last longer, but no, she didn't last that long at all. So, the huge surprise factor was, of course, everybody dropping all in one episode. Man-Boy dropping within the first 20 minutes. What do you guys think? Are you going to miss Man-Boy's character? Even though he was supposed to be a villain in Snowfall, he gained a lot of fans. As I told you guys, a whole lot of fans. A lot of people love Man-Boy's character because he was cool, calm, collected, and just a smooth dude, man. So a lot of people liked his character, but going up against Franklin Saint and plotting and planning against him was the wrong thing to do. He could have easily just worked with him, did business, and not try to get his plug. You see what I'm saying? Franklin Saint would have expanded this business and probably moved off anyway. And Man-Boy down the line probably would have had a better opportunity along with Leon and stuff like that. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted all the power right then and there. He wanted to take control over what Franklin Saint was doing with his organization, which was the wrong thing. You don't bite the hand that is feeding you. You see what I'm saying? So he found out the long way. But I'm going to tell you right now, Scully is coming. Teddy is coming. And in episode 10, it's about to go down. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. I will catch y'all for the what to expect for episode 10, which I will be dropping in a few hours later on in the day. But let me go out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.